Welcome back to another exciting interview on Poker Pro News. And joining me today is Mr. Amit Kaushik, one of India's most consistent poker stars with numerous online poker victories and 6 live trophies, including a career best finish at WPT Cambodia main event in 2024. A postgraduate from IIT Roorkee, Amit transitioned from a corporate job to full-time poker in 2020 and has become a formidable force both in online and live poker arenas. So let's welcome Mr. Amit Kaushik. Hi Amit, welcome to the show. I'm really excited to have you here.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm also very excited, and thanks for the such a good intro. And yeah, I think we have been trying for this interview for quite a long time now. Now it's finally happening. I'm very excited also.
Very glad that finally it has happened. So start करते हैं आपकी जर्नी से. When did you realize that poker was more than just a hobby, and what gave you the confidence to take this game full time?
So I started playing poker when I was in college. We used to play with friends just for fun. We did not used to like put any money. We just used to like the game and just played for fun. And it was nowhere in my mind that someday I would be playing it professionally. But I remember there was one friend who like kind of used to joke that Amit would be like professional poker player in future. But I mean, no one took it seriously. Even I did not take it seriously. And after I graduated, I got a good job, and I was like very happy at my work, also at my job. Till COVID. So basically, when COVID happened, things started to change. Maybe I'm not enjoying corporate anymore that much. So I wanted to shift, but I was still not sure that I would be playing poker. So I was like, maybe I would do a startup, or maybe I would prepare for UPSC. There were like couple of ideas, couple of things in my mind. But then I thought just out of the blue that let's just take a 3-4 months break, and let's just play poker. Like I used to play a little bit online, like very little. Uh, so I just thought let's just play 3-4 months and let's see how it goes. And maybe if it goes well, then maybe I'll just continue with poker. So I think it was July of 2020 when I left my job, and I just shifted back to. So I was staying in Gurgaon at that time before I went home. So I came back to Gurgaon, and I started playing online poker. And I think I remember there was one series on Poker Stars, which like small series but small binds, but there was a leaderboard. Like so, I finished second in that leaderboard. So I got like around 1 lakh rupees. And at that time, I felt like it was like pretty nice. Like I could make this much money. Like if I can make this much money every month, it's almost same as my job. So I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to work in corporate. So I just thought let's just give it a few more months, and after 6-7 months, I decided that I am going to play professionally because I was like kind of addicted to the game as well, and I liked the game so much that I thought I would never be able to basically go back to corporate anymore. So I just thought let's just uh, go with poker and let's just try to improve. And then I started taking it like little bit more seriously. And so I think I would say in December or like beginning of 2021, I was playing professionally, and since then I am playing like professionally only. Like this is my like full time job, so I don't do anything else. So yeah, so this has been like my journey. And yeah, initially there was like no plans, and but now it's like completely, yeah, I'm just playing poker, and I'm just loving my life right now, loving everything about poker and the competition. And it brings me a lot of happiness also. So yeah, and I don't think I could go back to corporate for sure. So at least for few more years, I'm going to stick with poker.
Very inspiring journey indeed. Amit bhai, when you started, How did you initially go about learning the game and building your bankroll?
Yeah, so when I started, I basically had like very little bankroll, and most of it was just from my like savings from my job. And I did not have much idea about and when I started about bankroll management or these kind of, but I was still like kind of careful. So when it was like 5 6 months later, I started using IC Miser, and I started like some more time later, I started using HRC also, and I think I took up a course also like Azure as I took up. I think, and apart from that, like now after 2 3 years, I have been studying like last if you ask me like last 2 years, I have been studying a lot with HRC, and I have like few courses as well, and we have a like group of friends as well who like regularly we share hands, we review hands, and we talk about poker, and that's how like right now I've been studying poker. Yeah, initially I was just like playing online, and most of my bankroll became when I was playing online, and when I started, so I mean it was kind of a gamble. I started playing live in I think 2022, the end of 2022. But even then, I was like little bit careful about how much to invest in live series. So yeah, right now I'm doing like mix of both online and live. I would say like last 1 year, more of my volume has been live than online. Right now, I've been doing like mix of both online and live, and I think I would probably do more live in future, depending on like schedule. If we do have like good series online also, then I would definitely do those as well.
Interesting. Coming to key learnings from high stake MTTs, you have won numerous online marquee online events, but that runner up finish in 1.5 crore GTD IOPC Blaze seems to be your biggest online
Yes.
score, I believe. What made that run memorable, and what did it teach you about high stake MTTs?
I think January of 2021, and that month was like already going very good. I had so there was a series on Adda also, so I won the main event. Like it was I think a small series, nano series, but I won the main event there, and that month was going very good. And Blaze I came second, and I was like really happy that I was doing good, and yeah, and I think there was like a lot to learn as well because that was like my biggest month, and I had to be like very careful that I should not get this like inside my head. I should just keep doing what I've been doing. Like maybe like now I have some more bankroll, now I can play like better tournaments, and I need to. So I realized that I need to like improve, because if I'm going to play like bigger tournaments, I need to be like more skilled as well. So I started like I think I started studying even more seriously after that, and yeah, and I think that was like my biggest like that was my highest point, I would say, like during that time, because I was still like grinding, trying to build my bankroll, and I think that month really helped like boost my bankroll, and I had opportunity after that to play bigger tournaments, and I started playing live as well once my bankroll was like decent enough. So yeah, it gave me a lot of opportunities, and I just thought that I should just not take this to my head and just keep doing what I have been doing, and maybe like study more and like uh, try to improve more.
Okay, coming to your transition to live poker, which you have already partially answered. What attracted you to live poker, and what are the major differences you have experienced between online and live poker so far?
Yeah, so I think live poker has always been wanting to play live poker, because when I started playing poker, I used to watch like videos of World Series of Poker, right? Between 2013, 2014, I used to watch a lot of videos, a lot of like footage from World Series, a lot of like cash games also, high stakes cash games that used to run during that time. and it always fascinated me. And I think live is more enjoyable. You get to interact with people. Online becomes a little bit like difficult also sometimes because you are just alone sitting in front of your computer. But I think when you're playing live, there's like so much more to do. You can talk, you can like uh, focus more. Also, I feel that is like very important. So when you play online, you play like so many tournaments. So maybe you play like seven, eight, nine tournaments at one time, and most of it like you do like kind of uh, like you play from like muscle memory. You kind of autopilot quite a lot initially, but when you play live tournaments, it's just so much more. You can focus on basically every hand, and you can think about every hand like very deeply, and I think I enjoy that a lot. And yeah, I think that's why I like live poker more because of its like the vibe it has and the ability to basically think a hand through.
Interesting insights. Amit, you have played both in India and internationally. What are the major
Yes.
differences you have in terms observed in terms of the fields, tournament structure, and poker culture between India and the rest of Asia?
Okay, so I guess you are talking about live poker because I have not played any online outside. So live poker,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say in India is, yes, in India I think there is some good things about also that you get to meet people, the people you have been playing online with. So you get to meet them, you get to meet your friends, you get to hang out, and that's like the fun part of playing live poker in India. But also there are like downsides also. The taxes are like very high, and sometimes I felt like the management also could have been better at some spots, like in some venues. But when you play like outside India, the management is like almost always like just like top notch, and they have like very experienced dealers, very experienced like staff also, which helps you. And you very rarely you feel any kind of like negativity inside because of the tournament, because of the how the tournament is organized. So that is, I think, one major difference. And outside, I think fields are better because so many people travel from. So when you play in India, the field is usually not that soft because all the online regs come to play like live poker, most of them. So the field is like not that soft, but when you are playing outside India, the fields are like much better, and the taxation also is like very uh, like much better compared to India basically, because in India you have to pay like a lot of taxes. Sometimes it's like not the not the greatest, not the uh, best choice to play live poker in India, but then you think that you're going to meet everyone, you're going to like hang out with everyone, talk, and that becomes like slightly. And I don't think I have missed any. Maybe I missed like one or two live series in India, but I've tried to play like as many as possible. I do enjoy like playing in India also very lot.
Yeah, interesting. Coming to your most memorable moments from live poker with with six live titles and multiple deep runs, what has been your most memorable moment, and what makes it stand out for you?
Okay, so I think there have been like couple of moments that I think were like really I felt very good. And so one was, so there was I think it was I'm not sure which series, but there was a main event in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I came second in that tournament. And I think in that tournament, during like the final day of the tournament, I was like short stack throughout the day. I was like grinding short stack, short stack, short stack, and I felt that that day I managed to control my emotions like probably the best I've ever done. Control my like emotions, and I was just focusing on every hand, like instead of, I mean, I was not even thinking about making, because I was just so short like every time. I was not thinking about any like winning the tournament or coming second or making final table. I was just focusing on how to preserve my stack every like basically every moment. So I think that was one moment that I would say like I was very proud of myself and the way I navigated. And the other one was definitely the main event, WPT Cambodia Championship. It was the biggest tournament, live tournament I was playing, and it had like a lot of great players, lot of like big players who had come to play the tournament, and I was really like fighting with among the best players, and I felt really good the way I played, and yeah, I think that tournament also I was like playing almost like as good as I could at that time, and I think that really helped like boost my confidence for the like future stops basically. And so I think yeah, these two tournaments I would say, and I think I always have like one special mention that was like my first live tournament win, which was DPT in India, Goa, and it was a bounty event, and that was like really special moment. It was like my first live tournament, and yeah, I felt really good, and I still like I think that would always also be one of my like most memorable memories, I would say.
Yeah, great moments, and I think the major confidence boosters for your journey. Coming to your strategy under pressure situation, Amit Bhai, you have gone deep in some of the toughest fields in Asia. What is your mental game strategy when you are nearing the final table of a major live event?
Okay, so I think I am still improving on that, and I think I have been improving on that last like let's say 2 years. uh, I think the main thing is to just not think about, because I think whenever you, sometimes it happens. I mean, with some people it happens. Maybe some people are not that prone to that thing. But I think if you start keeping money inside your head, basically, like if you start thinking like if you win this tournament, you will win this much amount. Then things start to become like little bit difficult, because then you are focusing on winning the tournament, but you're not focusing on basically playing the hand that you're dealt, you know, the best way possible. So I think the best thing is to just focus on the current hand, and things will unfold basically as the, if you are supposed to win a tournament, you will win, because in poker it's not like if you do everything right you will win. It's not like that. There's like variance also. If you do everything right, you can still like bust at any point in the tournament. So there's no guarantee that you will win a tournament, and you also have to get very lucky also to win a tournament. So I don't think you should ever think about winning a tournament. Just focus on like the current situation, the current condition you are in. Maybe let's say you are on a final table bubble, then think about how to navigate that final table bubble situation. If you're in money bubble, try to think about how to navigate that money bubble situation. So basically focusing on current situation, current spot you are in, is the best way for me, I feel, and I would think it is probably the best way to go about it also. So yeah, I think just to focus on the current situation, the current hand, and not get too far inside your head, but not get basically start to think about winning the tournament or like the future, everything. Just trying to stay present is probably the best thing to do in those kind of like high pressure situations, I would say.
I think that is a solid mindset. Yeah. Coming to your background, you are postgraduate in applied mathematics from IIT Roorkee. How has your academic background influenced the way you approach poker strategy, decision making, and variance management?
Yeah, so I think like honestly not like a great influence, but like for sure, like I think I do calculate a lot of things. So let's say if I'm thinking about a hand, I have to calculate a lot, and I feel like I calculate like maybe a little bit faster because of my background in mathematics. So I am able to calculate like very fast, like simple calculations. But if you do like multiple calculations at one time, then it might become difficult. But for me, I felt it's not that difficult. And yeah, definitely when you go deeper into studying, when you start uh, when you like start studying about some advanced concepts in poker, basically like how a model is run, basically how a simulation is run, then sometimes if you have a mathematics background, these things help. But apart from that, I don't think one needs to have any solid understanding of maths to play poker. Like anyone who even doesn't know anything about maths can still play like quite good poker. So, but yeah, for me, I think the best, uh, I would say, the most it has done is that I'm just able to calculate little bit faster and saves me like some time maybe. So yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think very logical. Now, moving to Indian poker, according to you, what are the three most critical changes you believe are
Yeah,
needed to elevate the Indian poker ecosystem?
I think that sites, I like, maybe it's just my personal thing, but I feel that the schedules are still could be better. I mean, uh, every so instead of like finishing like the online grind at let's say like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., the schedule can be little bit tweaked to make it finish by like 3 a.m. or like maybe 2:30, 2 a.m. And I think most of the sites are now and I think after GST it makes sense as well for them also, to become like more recreational friendly. But I think it's some at some level it has affected like the regulars. uh, but so I think if something can be done around that, that would be like really helpful. uh, and I think in live also, so when you think of playing like live tournaments in India, there's always like one thing that I feel. I mean, people know there are taxes, so I'm not talking about taxes. It's like just a given, so you just have to deal with it. But apart from that, I think the management. So when you play live, uh, I think that thing is very crucial, that the management should be smooth. It should not be like, let's say the tables are running and then one table is just stopped because of some issue. Uh, so I think that can be handled in a better way. Uh, in live poker in India could be little bit like better experience for players also. Apart from that, I think after GST, it's always. I mean, we kind of knew that it would be difficult uh, playing online, but I think everyone has now like come around it. So I don't see anyone like complaining anymore that much. But I mean, obviously, if some things get better in that area, it would be like really, really amazing. But it's like very difficult to say anything like that is going to happen. So I think yeah, sites like trying to become little bit more regular friendly, and maybe trying to uh, like make things attractive for regulars. I mean, yeah, every site is trying to make things attractive for a recreational, which is like fine. But I think regulars are basically putting the most volume, I would say, on every site. So I think they need to think a little bit more about regular players also. And yeah, I mean, if sites do that and they come up with something that like, yeah, I think we would be really, really like happy about it.
Yeah, completely agree. These changes can definitely elevate our poker ecosystem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving to your future plans, do you have any plans for WSOP 2025? If yes, what events are you targeting and how are you preparing for poker's biggest stage?
So yeah, I think this time I'm doing World Series. I'm not doing the complete schedule because I got my visa like very late. So, but I'm very excited definitely, and I feel like prepared also. I have been playing live quite a lot since last like 2 3 years, and I have like experience also. I have experience of like being in tough situations, being in like high pressure situation like you asked me. So I think that is going to help me navigate like if I'm deep in some World Series event. I think I would be able to handle myself much better. And like tournaments, I think I'm going to play as many World Series tournaments as possible. The no limit tournaments, mostly I don't think I would be playing any other apart from like no limit hold'em events. Apart from that, there are like a lot of good tournaments like surrounding World Series in Vegas. Like basically in Win, they have like really good tournaments. Venetian, Aria also has. I was just looking at the schedule today. Aria has like a lot of good tournaments also. So I think I would be playing mostly World Series as much as I could. And if there's like not any event that I'm so there's like not an event that I'm playing, so then I would go basically to the side events in Win or Aria or Venetian. So this is my schedule for this year. Maybe it changes next year. Let's see. But yeah, I think I am planning to do World Series. Hopefully, if things go right, I am planning to do it every year, and this is going to be my like biggest biggest event every year for me that I'm going to be focusing like in future. So yeah, I think I am really excited, and I think it's like it was like kind of a dream as well when I started, and I think it's for everyone who starts to play poker to basically play World Series at some point in their career. And I feel very fortunate to be like to get there, and yeah, and I feel very happy also. And yeah, I think I'm very excited for that, and hopefully if things go right, uh, more World Series events in like in future also. So yeah.
Interesting. I wish you all the best for WSOP 2025. Hope you bring home the bracelet. What would be your advice for those who are looking to transition from a corporate job to full-time poker?
So okay, so I think if you had asked me this question maybe like 2 years back before GST, I would have given a different answer. But right now, I would say that unless you have like good experience playing recreationally or you have like good bankroll, I would not advise that you, because I think the taxes are like really bad, and the sites has also increased like rakes, like almost like every site is charging 50% more when it comes to rake in tournament. So I would not advise like very uh, highly that you should transition to poker. I mean, if you love the game, definitely you can still do. You should still do it. But I think you need to have some prerequisite before. Like maybe if 2 years back you could still like grind from zero and build your bankroll, but right now it's like much more difficult. Games have also been like become like very difficult because everyone is studying, everyone is improving. So if you start from zero, it's very difficult for you to navigate because because of the rakes and the fields being tougher also. And so I would think that you have some prerequisite with you, that you know something, no, so you have like studied before you start playing professionally. You have some knowledge about poker, you have some strategies, how to study, how to like build strategies basically. So if you have those things, then definitely you should transition to poker if you really want to do it. But apart from that, I would not advise a newcomer basically to start from zero and leave their job or like leave whatever they are doing that they're comfortably, yeah, like comfortable in life. Leave that thing and just start poker from zero. I don't think that's a very smart choice right now in India.
A great piece of advice indeed. Can we go for some rapid fire questions now?
Yeah, let's do it.
What is your go-to meal during a long live poker series?
So I don't have like really a go-to meal, but I just try to sort my breakfast because I think for me, having a good breakfast before, because the live tournaments are usually long grind, so you play for like 10, 12 hours, you are sitting in like one place most of the time. So I think having a good breakfast to have like good energy throughout the grind is like really important. And right now I am doing basically like overnight soaked oats with some fruits and honey and milk in the morning. So yeah, I think that is my go-to breakfast. I would say during live series these days.
What is the most Haryanvi thing about your poker playing style?
So okay, so I don't think I have anything Haryanvi even in me, like because everyone who knows me can just easily say I'm not from Haryana. I barely speak Haryanvi also. So I think there's not much I would say Haryanvi about my gameplay.
Interesting. If your poker journey were a Bollywood movie, तो उसका टाइटल क्या होता?
Okay, so I think I would like to go with the popular opinion, which I think the movie, if there's a movie, it should be called like Clock. Yeah, I think Clock would be a good title.
Okay, cricket or football? Which sport do you enjoy more of the felt?
Cricket.
Poker books or training videos? Which one do you prefer?
I do like reading books, but I have not read too many poker books. I've read a few, and I enjoy reading poker books also. Training video also. I think I would go with the training videos.
What is your favorite poker destination?
The places that I've been, I think my favorite uh, is Phuoc probably in Vietnam because of the destination is like so good. Uh, yeah, I think Phuoc is probably my favorite destination so far.
Who is your all-time favorite poker player?
I think Phil Ivey is my all-time favorite.
Finally, any words for Poker Pro News team?
I think I really like the videos, and I was very excited to be on this interview. It took us a long time because I was traveling a lot, and so but now I am finally like we did it, and I am very happy about it. And I liked like the questions also. It like kind of like brought me back to when I started, like thinking about all those things, and it makes me feel like very good and feeling very grateful also right now that I started basically from nothing, and now I'm like in a comfortable situation where I am going to be playing like World Series basically, which is like it was a dream for me when I started playing poker. So yeah, I think I really enjoyed the interview, and yeah, I will definitely looking forward to more interviews from Poker Pro News, right?
Okay, that concludes our interview with you. Thank you for time and sharing your insights with our audience. It was really a pleasure talking to you. I wish you all the best
Same.
for WSOP 2025. Thank you
Thank you.
once
Thank
again.
you so much. Thank you.